Welcome to World Sports News with Ernie. Behind the desk is your co-host, Ernie. And on top of the desk is his faithful companion. Ernie calls him the rubber ducky. The rest of us on Sports News Review call him Felix. Alrighty, Ernie. It's been a week since we did the last edition of World Sports News with Ernie. And right now, Ernie, we look on our first board, and it says netball, women's. England started March 14th, and then the Australian League is going to start April the 5th, I should say. And Ernie, now, because we did I rekindled my, interest in doing the basketball, the college basketball, and I brought up with CEOB Bunny. This is months and months ago. Like, this was a while back. And immediately he's like, "Well, I guess we could use our ace sports reporter Sylvester." And because of that, when I came for the start show, there was a lot of games, Ernie. I'm like, I can't go through all these scores. I'm not, well, the first show I did was I did the scores and all that, but I wasn't going to use the boards, these letter boards. And I was like, but because of the show, Ernie, I got these new letter boards, two of them, and well, I bought one and then I decided, I better just have two. Okay, so now I'm repurposing them again. Now I'm using them for the netball. And I'll show you the first one, right? I won't even pause. I'll just go right to. There's no point in pausing it. It's actually more fun if I don't pause it. Okay, now get my clip ready. So I got it ready to go, and I put some shade on it just in case. All I did was I put a piece of paper. Well, anyways, I just stuffed some paper into the pen holder. I guess you could. Can you see it now? I'm pretty sure I can see. Anyways, so then then I used the pipe. What are the pipe cleaners? I guess you call it pipe cleaners. Held it up, pipe cleaner, mechanical. So it's more like it's like, so. There's the back of it, as you can see. Okay, so I just wrapped it around something that's solid, and I made like a hook around it. So now I'm just gonna put. Then I could have paused all this. I will next time pause all it. I gotta remember not to touch it right now. All it's been done with is the it's all a work in progress, Ernie. And okay, we'll have to move your picture for briefly, and then we'll put it back when we're done. The scores. When we're using the boards here, I didn't think that was gonna happen. I didn't even run that through production here. Now I gotta. As long as I could see it. Now, well, Felix is in the way of leads, but I don't care. I'm not moving Felix. Okay. It's all a work in progress. It's better I did this live than tried it behind the scenes. It would take forever. Whoa, that's not working out. Okay, I gotta figure something out more. I can't put it behind Ernie. It doesn't make any sense. I guess take the. Well, Ernie, I guess what I could do is pause, take this board out. Okay, and just, what? Oh, don't hit the overhead light. Okay, so take this board out temporarily. I'll put it back in a second. You know what? Then it's got easy to put this where you needed to put it. Yeah, I can see it all. Oh, leads. Okay. The leads. Oh, it's this thing. Now, this thing can move too. Okay, okay, there. Okay. Now, your picture is still being in the way. So, the picture goes back when the boards go back up. Okay, because I can put the boards up higher. Why can't I put this up higher? I could put this up higher. There's room for it. There's definitely room for it. Oh, it's not the same kind of setup though, but okay, there's room for it. Now, can your picture go back without being? Well, somewhat. Not really. No. You're gonna have to wait on your picture. Okay, let's put it up here. No, he's kind of he's gotta wait. Okay, I don't. You know what? Who cares what it looks like? It doesn't matter. It's just temporary. Okay, so well, at least I could. At least the scores are up. Now I can read them. I've verified them over and you know what, Ernie? I'm gonna tweak you too live. You better pause this in case of Charles seeing this. I don't want anybody seeing touching Ernie. Alrighty. Okay, pause video recording. 1 second. I'm gonna pause and come right back. Alrighty, I tweaked Ernie just to make it look like he's looking into the camera more. More like he's looking into the camera. And more like I got him leaning forward more. Okay, so now we can start with here. The nodding, I'm looking at the monitor and I could, easy to see. Okay, I thought there was going to be trouble with these to read them. Okay. I guess Nottingham Forest, you could see it right there. Okay, let's start. Well, Ernie, there's 4 games because there's 8 teams, Ernie. Now it's easy for you to look at the board now. Ernie can look at the monitor to his right, and you'll see what I'm seeing right here. As you can see, my hand gets on the monitor. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that there's forest. I guess forest is green. It's hard to see the green, I guess. Okay, so well, anyways, Ernie, I mean this is all temporary too, Ernie. I mean, this is all gotta cut. I gotta work. It's easy to take down. Now the thing, Ernie, I gotta do is I gotta take okay. First thing I do is you gotta take the blues out together. The blues. You gotta erase the blues first because you don't want this purple, and then the green. You don't want to do 2 colors the same time, Ernie, because they mix together and they make this weird powder. They start marking up the board. It takes forever to get the stain out. So yeah, one color. It's these white, Ernie. It's these. Here's the pens that came with this board. It could be pretty kind of embarrassing. Comes with a 6-pack of the pens here, but the blue's working out pretty well. So yeah, they're just the white. What is it called? Eraser board, the whiteboard, the eraser, dry ink. So yeah. I keep them this way down. I just keep them. I'm gonna end up having to buy. I'm gonna have to buy a real blue one. Like, look how funny tiny they are too. They came in a 6-pack. The orange crapped out on me, and so I ended up next day when I went. Oh yeah, and green crapped out too. For some reason green didn't work, but so I ended up buying. Here's at least a 6-pack of the dollar brands of the. Yeah, so there's the orange and the green. Yellow, I couldn't find yellow, and I probably would think that yellow's hard to see anyways, Ernie. It's probably hard to see. Yeah, and this is all courtesy of doing the show, the basketball programs with Sylvester in the last all those live streams and doing all the. I mean, this really came out handy. Okay, so Ernie, there's 8 teams in the league. And that's the English League for women's netball. And this with the 8 teams, it's 4 games a week. Now, this is on round 2. And see, it's so nice to be able to have all these boards up now, Ernie. Because before I was describing this. You can't use letter boards. It takes too long. I mean, unless you have like 20. If you have 10 letter boards, then with oh my gosh, how many letters you need? To be able and put all these in and leave it. That would be nice, and the scores and everything. That would be nice. Yeah, every week you just change the scores every week. That would be nice. Oh yeah, where the location of where they go. That would be nice. But right now, we'll start with the first game, Ernie. Okay, Nottingham Forest, where it reads right there. Hey, I could use that one. I could use that as a marker. Oops. Yeah, I like the little guys. They're a little funny. They look funny. Okay. Anyways. Okay, so Nottingham Forest 70 and Cardiff Dragons 54. Now from last year or last season, I should say, uh, I don't remember the word Nottingham Forest. So, well, either way, it must have been a team. I didn't get into the reveal next season, Ernie. I'm going to get into the reveal, the season reveal. I thought they were going to be all the same teams, like the University of which university is. It's it. They don't. I don't see their name up here for the university team. But anyways, the Cardiff Dragons. I can't remember if they were good. If they were good. Now that's a team that is from last season, Cardiff Dragons, and yeah. So the Forest. We'll see. We'll have to see this weekend, Ernie. If the Cardiff Dragons. Depend on Well, we'll see again. Of course, Nottingham Forest, if they win big over a team like, say, the Leeds Rhinos. See if the Nottingham. Well, you know what? Let me take a look at who's playing. I'll get some. We'll do some World Sports News with Ernie. Kind of like. Kind of like a predictions kind of deal. Well, Felix, we got no betting, no betting on World Sports News with Ernie. Sorry, could get Felix involved with the betting, but no. But Ernie, it's the world we live in. It's like I could probably find the odds probably on an Australian booking site if I really wanted to. But do I want to? No, because it's World Sports News with Ernie. It's Ernie's show from the start, and the mantra: no gambling, and no violent sports, no combative sports. So. Oh yeah, what am I looking at? Oh, next week's schedule. Yeah. So this one's the Super League, the English one, the Super League. Okay, I gotta get into the Super League. Oh, maybe this is the one. I'm already on there, Ernie. Oh, nice. Netball. Oh, okay. Grab round 2. Is this the one? Yeah, Nottingham Forest. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's see. Next week. Let's go to next week. Next week's. Okay. So round 3 would be next week. And the Pulse and the Mavericks. Okay, so there's 2 Mavericks. That's the one thing is I gotta make sure which Mavericks are we talking about here. Okay, wait, this is Cardiff Dragons. Where are the Mavericks? Oh, there's London Mavericks. Okay, London Mavericks and the London Pulse. Oh, okay. So it's going to be the London Pulse, which won 77, and the Mavericks 54. So, okay, next week should be. We'll get to the London Pulse then. Okay, but yeah, it's. Didn't see who the Cardiff Dragons. Okay, who did they? No, Nottingham Forest is the more important one, not the Cardiff Dragons. Nottingham Forest is the one to look at right now. They're the 4. Yeah, they're playing the Thunder, the Manchester Thunder. Oh, okay, folks. If you're gonna watch, can only watch one of these 4 games. Well, this day and age, if you can actually catch all 4 games, you could do the DVR thing and watch it later. But if, like me, I don't think about DVD. If I'm lucky to get one of these games, if I'm lucky to get just one of these games, I'll watch the highlights of. You know which game we're gonna watch the highlights, Ernie? If we can't watch the game, is Nottingham Forest and the London Pulse. That's round 3. They're already playing. It's already. It's like, who would have thought? Who would have thought? Thunder and there it is. Is that okay? Thunder and Forest. Yeah, Thunder and Forest. Manchester Thunder. Oh, they got a different color scheme than I have here. Why did I use blue? Let's see. Oh, there is a blue in the Thunder. No, you know what? It's black. Okay. Well, I just wanted okay, I put the Thunder in blue because I don't got yellow and I can't. Okay, but it's the Manchester Thunder and Nottingham Forest. which they have a blue. I used black. I don't know why. Oh yeah, because up top here, I learned using blue up top here might not work, but black will show up. Yeah, so I saved the blues for down below. It's just how it works on this board system. Or maybe maybe it would have been fine. I don't know. Okay, either way, that will be the game to watch. That's the game to watch. The Nottingham Forest and the Manchester Thunder. Okay, wow. Okay, but then the Birmingham Panthers 47 and Manchester Thunder 77. Obviously, it's these two teams that we're out to watch, or because then we get it. Okay, so the Birmingham. See, the Panthers could be. See, they're gonna be with the Cardiff Dragons, kind of. As the season goes on, possibly the way it looks so far. This another name, Birmingham Panthers. I didn't look into it, Ernie, but that name wasn't there last season. I don't remember seeing that name last season. So, Nottingham Forest must be it must have been a good team last season. They just changed the name to Nottingham Forest or locations. Manchester Thunder, and then we got here the Birmingham Panthers. See, Birmingham's a big city in England, so I don't know if they just moved. I don't. It's something that isn't working out. Where a team that wasn't, they're trying their luck in Birmingham. We'll see. It takes a week. They play once a week, Ernie. So it's easy for them to just go. They're in England, so it's easy for them to make it road trip for the games and all that. But anyways, okay, so that one we already talked about Manchester Thunder winning easily over the Birmingham Panthers, and then here's another team that take a look at. Not the Loughborough Lightning. They should probably be. Maybe it's just because it's the first game of the season. They did score 51 against the London Pulse, which probably was clicking. They were clicking at the end. They were really clicking as a team at the end of the season. So you're looking at right now on the top three. Right now, you're looking at. You know what? I forgot last week's results, but either way, it doesn't matter. We have to move on because I didn't have the. See, it's a lot easier to have the board now, Ernie. It's easy to go back and forth, and it's so much better. Okay, now Loughborough Lightning 51, London Pulse 77, and as far as the Pulse, who did they play? That's one to see what's going down. Okay, who did the Pulse play again? Let's see. They're not playing. No, the Manchester Thunder is the Pulse, which. Lightning, Rhinos, Thunder, or the Pulse. Where are the Pulse? They're playing the Mavericks, round 3. They're playing the Mavericks. Okay, let's see. Where's the Mavericks? Oh, yeah, London versus London team. London Mavericks, London Pulse. So, it might be the same score, 77-54 for all I know. It could be like this. I wouldn't be surprised London Pulse 77, Mavericks 54. Because I don't remember that name Mavericks last season, too. London Mavericks? Mavericks I remember from the Australian League, mostly. Okay, so... Yeah, so... Well, it's a team to look at, too, the London Pulse already. Now, you got the London Mavericks, 54. And the Leeds Rhinos, 53. I think Leeds Rhinos is the middle of the pack kind of team. They were just always. I think they were just maybe the bottom. Would they be? They weren't 8, 7, or 6, or maybe 5-ish. No, 5-ish may have been the Pulse, but the Pulse were 5-ish at first. Because only 4 teams make the second round. Make the playoffs. But they call it the ladder. I guess we call it the playoffs on this side. But yeah, so Leeds Rhinos, London Mavericks. Well, that would mean if the Leeds Rhinos were playing the London Pulse, I would say that the London Pulse would be favored. And it's gonna be still, like I said, what's easy to learn off of this is to learn like the ladder, as they call it over there, the standings, for young folk that are just learning about sports. It's good, and then there, there might be, netball. They're interested in watching netball, and they happen to have access to the old satellite receiver, and they just ask, parents, hey, can we kind of like get one of those channels that has the pay for the, they pay for a channel that has has all the netball games, and it's easy to follow with 8 teams, easy to get the, like how I just did, like to see the trends of where is the teams going, who's up, who's down. It's only like one division in, like, say, basketball usually has 4 now. Yeah, it would be like like once the conference. It's like only following one conference in hockey, which 8, 16. 1/4 of it. It says, because 8, 16. Wait, it would be 8, 16, 24, 30. Yeah, so it's following only. Doing this is only following one 1/4 of an NBA season, or 1/4 of a NHL season, as following, and it makes everything adds up, because you add this, how long the season is, and it's shorter, and then it's easy. It's just easy to help. You can make a lot of predictions. Just a lot to learn. If you're out there in this crazy world we live in, and you're a young person, you happen to see this channel, and you just say to your parents, you just tell your parents, hey, go on this channel. I could do a lot better what this person is doing on their YouTube channel. And I get the idea now. Is if I want to be honest, like a sportscaster for real. If you want to be like, look at, put it this way. Let's do our public announcement, Ernie. I always say that you're born 1969 or 60 or 1970. Either way, like whichever year he was first on. Was it the PB and the S, I think it's the station, like the network. And like what I'm trying to say is that now, like if Ernie was 6 years old, 7 years old, or something like that, 8 years old, 1974 or 75, and he was sitting behind the desk at that age, and well, it's like, Ernie, you had the opportunity, you had a camera. If back in the day, if Ernie's parents were connected with the television station, they could have played their own, like, TV one, especially when there was nobody in the studio, and like whatever, they had extra time. Like before the news comes on, there's like 20 minutes if like they can record something with a camera, and they could be, who knows, But like what I'm trying to say is, this is like a dream to be able to actually like do. Either you got it or you don't have it as a news broadcast. You learn about scripts. I'm doing off script on purpose, and I'm doing off script on. Because of my age, I'm tired and I can't do scripts. It comes, you do scripts, you follow the script. I've been 24 minutes and I haven't talked about much. But in 24 minutes, you can just throw more. But you can't. There's the boards, the amount of boards you need. And see? Now I'm going to switch over to the Australia, and this is going to be easy, Ernie. Watch this. I'm going to switch right out to. The whole thing about what I was saying is, get your parents go, hey, like, I'll get a camera, your microphone. You already have the laptop available, you have the internet. The rest is your imagination and how you can. If you don't want to live in the world where you have to punch a clock and you're still working like you're a machine on an assembly line, you want to, like, just be able to show up and talk for a living. If you got the opportunity in 2025, at 10 years old or younger, even a little bit older, to actually practice and learn that, you know what, this isn't easy. There's a lot of work involved to do this. There is a lot of work, and it's like you try to spend as little as possible, and you come up with good ideas here and there. And I'm really proud of this idea again, Ernie, because I already got the other board up. This one looks a little bit better, and I didn't put the the blocker on it, the light blocker on it. It's all coming through now. Now, earlier I had this on, Ernie, remember, on the board it said Australia started April the 5th, okay? Now, and I didn't hit pause, switch out the boards. The next edition of World Sports News, Ernie, you'll see I'll be hitting pause. I won't explain these boards and how it's like like I said, you can't put the scores and these. There's just not enough. You don't have. I only have 4 of these letter boards, and they're all filled for this one program. So yeah, that's called the marquee board, where I specifically bought only one of those, thinking, okay, I guess I'll use it. So I'm so like, I wish I had bought 2 of those and 4 more of those boards. I didn't think they were gonna be so useful, but I still wouldn't have had enough time and letters to fill up all that. What I'm doing with these 2 cheap whiteboards. Okay, so now this is the Australian League, Ernie, and on April the 5th, there's going to be the Adelaide Thunderbirds and the Melbourne Vixens. They're gonna play. Oh, I got the. I was thinking of. I didn't feel like putting the times in but there is one game that's available to watch. That's a good time. It's good for us. Like both, like because the London Pulse games. Okay, they're easy to figure out because if you're living in Canada, Eastern. Well, for the EDT, Eastern Standard Daylight Time. It's pretty well that they're 5 hours ahead in England. So the last series of games, you gotta remember that England's got the 5 hours ahead, and then this is going to be totally different. You have I'll show you the one where it's a really feasible for those that don't wake up at 5 in the morning, and that's the one game that's at 12 a.m. which is midnight, which is okay. So what I'm going to do here is go to it because there's one game there's a possible any chance of watching. That would be it live, and that would be the okay. So I'm going to put the Netball Australia. I already been on it, so I should have it highlighted. Should have it highlighted that I've been on it. Okay, so let's see. Just go with the Okay, we start the round 1, and they're giving me the Eastern Standard Time on this. That's very nice. It knows that we're Canada, so the internet changes to give me the Eastern Standard, the EDT. Okay, so Saturday, April the 5th, the Adelaide Thunderbirds and Melbourne Vixens, and that's at 2 a.m. Okay, that's gonna be at 2 a.m. That's a tough one. Because the Mavericks and Lightning, which is the Melbourne Mavericks, and the Sunshine Coast Lightning. That one is 4 a.m. That's a Friday night, Saturday morning, 4 a.m. For that one too. That's Saturday, 2 a.m. So that's a Friday night, Saturday morning. Okay, so on this one, 12 a.m. That's my best possibility. It's a Saturday night, Sunday morning, 12 a.m. That's if I had a satellite dish, I definitely would be able to watch that live. I wouldn't have to DVR it like the other games. But yeah, I'd be able to watch that one live, 12 a.m. You know what? I don't hope. But if my health is not the greatest. That's why I might pass. So that would be the Giants Thunderbirds. Let's see. So the New South Wales Giants, that's the NSW over here, where it's New South Wales, okay? So New South Wales Giants and the Queensland Firebirds. That's the game that would be at 12 a.m. EDT. Okay, so but the next, no, yeah, 12 a.m. Giants and Firebirds, the Queensland Firebirds. Yeah, did I say the wrong teams? No, it's I wait a minute. 4 a.m. is the Maverick. 12 a.m. is the NSW New South Wales Giants and the Queensland Firebirds. This game right here, the first game on April 6th. 12 a.m. EDT. That's the one. Okay, I don't know. There's only one more game for round two, and that's the Fever and Swifts. I'm just looking because it just happened that the looking next Fever they mentioned over here, and I'm like, oh wait, okay, so that's next week's. But for Sunday, April the 6th, that would be the the West Coast Fever and the NSW Swifts, which is the New South Wales, like this one here, New South Wales Swifts. Okay, so that game's at 2 a.m. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so so we don't know. I don't. Those would be the first games of the season. That's why there's no score up there. So uh, no, as far as viewing goes, like I don't know how to. Well, yeah, it's a tough one, Ernie, that's a tough one as far as the viewing goes. I don't know. Unless you have a satellite dish in life, you pretty well. I don't know what to say. All right, okay, it's a tough one. YouTube to the rescue. It's about all I could say. I can't. I just can't think of a chance of it being on TSN. But once again, if you live in the United States of America, you could probably watch these on some kind of channel. One of those weird, one of those cable channels would have it. So if you're subscribed to one of those cable networks that just happen to carry a channel that carries the netball, you just go, hey, want to switch to that channel so I can watch the netball. There you go. At least you're watching, you're watching netball. If you're interested in watching netball, Ernie, that's what I'm saying. I would definitely winning. Yes, Ernie. Oh yeah, there's like this time in Canada, it's such a dream, of course, but winning the lottery, and I would do sports news review professionally, Ernie, like really well, like you and Felix, yeah, like you'd have your own real studio, and I would probably just, yeah, I mean, like your camera on you, the camera on me, camera on like the big studio shot of, yeah, it would be different, yeah. And I'd actually like think about like how you could pay people too, like pay. Now, well, the interns aren't free. I don't want no one's for free to work, but yeah, pay people to, like they could do it from their home. I'd provide the proper laptop, the camera that they have. If they want to be a presenter, how does it work? You know what I mean? Find, voiceovers. I don't know how it works. Can you do? I can't. Ernie. The problem is, I have to make my own Ernie to do the voice. No, I don't think I could do. Yeah, I don't think I could. It just. I guess. You just get that person saying that they're presenting the news with Ernie. Yeah, I could always just be pretending to interpret what Ernie is saying all the time. Like Ernie just told me this, and Ernie just said this, and that way it just sounds like I'm talking to the presenter, but I'm not because, it's just because it's supposed to be World Sports News with Ernie. I'm not in the program unless it's written for me. Okay, so. Yeah, we'll move on to the next one. This I'm going to do, Ernie. I'm going to pause. I'm going to pause it. Alrighty, Ernie. I even put your photo back because it won't be in the way of the boards. Okay, so Ernie, now we're on our second board, and it's darts. We'll start with we got darts and snooker, but we'll start with darts, And well, I try to find like the highlighted interesting sports. So uh, darts, the European Trophy, March 21st to 23rd, and now I'll be clearing this. This will be cleared out, Ernie, and I didn't go to the tab because I'm working off script. It's no biggie. I didn't bother with the to. I think just go to darts.org. Okay, darts.org. Darts.org. PDC home. Okay, I'm gonna see because what I'm gonna try to see is I gotta go for backtrack to see European tour. Okay, this has got to be the one. You know how hard it is to figure out which if you got like which one you got it and which one you don't. Okay, okay, agree to all the cookies. Yeah, I'm always on the webpage. Well, I'll agree to the cookies. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so then it looks like it's Nathan Aspinall. So that was Nathan. So it's part of the PDC tour. So it's gonna be. There should be I wonder were the top names in there, but either way, it was because it was the European trophy in Germany, and I'm going to just okay. Oh, okay. He hasn't won since July of 2023. I just started watching, like, or not even watching dart. Well, I watched a few dart games, matches, I should say, but lately on to YouTube. But but the thing is, Ernie, I was like, I, yeah, because it's a learning process and everything, and I'm just learning all these dart players now, and so the Nathan Aspinall is like, well, won the European tour. Okay, so that was Germany. So what I'm gonna do now is we're on darts and okay, so just to show that the conscience of like darts. I pick out like I went to darts. I think it's I go to and I pick out what event is like something that like you're gonna want. Now, it's not the European one is because there's the one that's the remember it's the one I mentioned is the one that is in November, and that starts in November and then it ends January 2nd ish or 3rd or something like that. And that's the World Championship. That would be the World Cup of darts, the Stanley Cup of darts, the Super Bowl of darts, the NBA Championship of darts, and the Major League Baseball championships of darts. It would be the finals. The MLB finals would be So yeah, that's what or whatever the cup is for whatever the trophy is for Major League Soccer now. I mean that's the kind of like event that is, but it's at a perfect time, Ernie, because most people are huddled in watching television. It gets dark at 5 or whatever 4 in the afternoon. It starts getting dark. And 5, it's it gets dark, and then like yeah, you get the chance to see the darts and yeah, and like I said, that becomes like the big event for if you're watching darts, then that's the big one. But this one, being that it's in March the 21st and the 23rd, I figured last time I put these up is a European trophy would be one to like highlight. So yeah, there's the European trophy for darts. Okay. Now, okay, wait 1 second here. I'll just hit pause. Alrighty, we'll just go to the next sport now. Snooker in England. The Players' Championship I put down. I can't. I wouldn't have enough letters. You know what? I ran out of A's, Ernie. I ran out of A's, and there's no way I would have enough A's. That's the good thing is I reclaimed a lot of letters like here. Oh yeah, how many A's do I get back? I get one here, two. Well, I could do March. I could do March again. Yeah, or whatever event is in April. Yeah, so I get one back. Okay, I get one A back there, and England an A. Yeah, but it might keep snooker. Might be England again. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what the next stories are. But anyways, officially, if anyone's looking it up, if you're looking up the snooker, you can, right now you got the big one. The big championships would be obviously, like November they start getting a lot of players like at the anything to do like the tennis tournaments, or anything like that where you have a lot of players at first, and yeah, it's going to dwindle down to two snooker players at January, and that'll be like they said that'll be the World Cups, the Super Bowl snooker, whatever championship moniker you want to put on it, that would be the one at that time. But in between, you got to just highlight. I'm trying to highlight from experience now of last season doing World Sports News with Ernie, and I'm just gonna try to highlight ones that seem like they're, like, hey, if you only catch this much snooker, or it's being played now, and there's one England, and it's the players, and officially it would have been Ernie. It's officially it's the Sportsbet.io Players Championship, and that's for the sponsorship reasons, Ernie. And it was played at the Telford International Center. Okay, so the previous champion was Mark Allen in 2024, but now it's Kyron Wilson. Or is it Judd Trump? Which one is it? Final. Oh, no. Kyron Wilson came in second. Judd Trump won again. Okay, so is it again? I don't know. It seems like this person named Judd Trump, Judd, Judd Trump, from England. And, it's doing very well in the snooker. The snooker. Okay, so looks like I try to see semifinals. Trump Higgins. Wait, it's gotta. He's gotta. Yeah, because I'm trying to think now. It's gotta be Judd Trump. If Kyron Wilson won, wouldn't he be number one? Because it says Kyron Wilson 2, Judd Trump 1. If there's no way he. It would be runner up then. There it is. Yeah. So Judd Trump is for some reason I thought it was Kyron Wilson because he was on the left, but anyway, it doesn't matter. It says the 10-9, and they're both from England. So yeah, Judd Trump is. So that's a name familiar with darts right now. That's like the Luke Littler of darts. The Judd Trump right now is familiar right now because it's been a name I've seen winning in the winning events here. At snooker in the snooker world. Because we've been covering snooker for what now? More than a year. And I mean, you know what, Ernie? We could make this quicker. It's 44 minutes. We said we'll pick and choose. If we put snooker up next week again, this will be gone. It won't be, of course. Players will be finished. It's over. The 23rd was over. Now, Ernie, I'm gonna try to pick and choose something that's like highlightable, and it's the best play. It can't be no second tier. I'm not going second tier on darts, and I'm not going second tier on snooker. It's got to be top tier because it just doesn't work for people. They want to see the best of the world go on the tour, not the tour. Not like, oh, second best. Like, oh, they can't make it. They can't make it because they're not professionals. Oh, in the month, like they have to find their own expense. It doesn't work that way. Money talks in this world. And we want to see the best. We want to see Judd Trumps. We want to see Luke Littler's. People are making a living off of this. Not not second tier. So that's the whole point. Ernie, it has to be that way. Ernie likes to go. Why can't we just? If there's nothing going on next week, just showcase the neighbor. There's a tournament in the neighborhood. We're not going around Brooklyn. I guess so. I World Sports exclusive. Yeah, but so either way, Ernie, and once again for the viewing, it's tough. It's really tough. I would love to have a satellite dish, and I'd love to be able to, like in the wintertime, Ernie, be able to do the live streams that say if they're there's a snooker in Asia. There's a big tournament in Asia, and it's 10 p.m. Friday night here, or Saturday night 10 p.m. and that's perfect to be doing a live stream watch party. That'd be the craziest sports news. That's the whole point. That's part of the world sports news with Ernie. And it's kind of funny. Who would I use to Ernie? Was you interested in watching darts? And snooker? Darts, I think Ernie could be interested in snooker. I'm not sure if you're interested in watching snooker or not, Ernie. But anyway, the darts I could see. Yeah, you'll be interested in darts, but the snooker, it's a little bit more bow tie-ish kind of deal. Like a Sylvester with a bow tie on. He'll do the live stream. Alright then. Okay, I'm gonna hit pause and we'll switch boards, Ernie. Alright, it's 47 minutes. I'll go real quick to make this quick video, Ernie. Surfing. Okay, Australia. There was the Phillip Island Pro. I found the event. I was having a tough time finding the event, but again, okay. So Sophie McCullough and Xavier Huxtable. Those are the two winners. I guess Sophie is on the ladies, and Xavier Huxtable is the men's. Okay, so Sophie McCullough for the ladies and Xavier Huxtable for the men's, and those are the two winners of the Phillip Island Pro of surfing. Okay, and no need to switch to the tablet here. Switch around the tablet. The next one is the handball. It's team handball, and for the women's 2025 EHF European Championship. I put Euro for European because it's a lot easier. That one starts April the 9th. Okay, so that's team handball. If anybody wants to watch team handball. Now, once again, folks, I don't have anything. We don't have anything again on sports here on World Sports News Ernie of team sports and handball and nations. We did that thing with the nation thing. That was Ernie. Remember, I started the Nation Pride in Sports with Sylvester, and I tried to say, hey, we don't need violent, competitive, combative sports as team sports for Olympics, like in singles too, even if it's like boxing, whatever. And one of the things mostly there isn't really combative team sports in the Olympics. It's mostly just individual sports nowadays. So, what I'm going to say, team handball, exactly is. I don't like. It doesn't have the same fury as the. Like there isn't really like high ice hockey. That's a different kind of feeling of. There's only so many nations that can, participate in ice hockey. So, it becomes very like for Winter Olympics. Of course, ice hockey makes too much sense. But then again, it's like I said, it's hard to. You could put non-violent hockey, and then they're worried about people not watching the sport and all that stuff. Okay, but yeah, so there's nothing wrong with nation versus nation, especially in like a handball competition like that, and you know, and Olympic surfing and that. That's all fine and all that, but yeah, it's just yeah, we get into it. So yeah, and I don't want to bring this. So the thing is, Ernie, if they want to watch women's handball, there's just too many. Right now on the men's side, there's a lot of leagues like in Europe, lots of leagues. And if you want to watch the best, you know, the nations, of course, they're gonna have, you know, like I say, like all the teams, you know, that are in different leagues in different countries. You know, then you're gonna have the best of the best playing for Spain. You know, the best of the best playing for you know Germany. You know, Austria. You know, and you know it goes on. Belgium, and what I'm trying to say, Ernie, is so yeah. The World Sports News with Ernie. World Sports News with Ernie. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I'm getting tired. I thought for some reason the title wasn't correct. But World Sports News with Ernie. Yeah, this is not a show that's against nation versus nation, but as long as it's a friendly competition and not a violent competition like boxing or karate or wrestling, it's just too much bad feeling. Too much bad feelings. One country loses, like they're, especially in Iran. Like that's like wrestling is a heritage thing, and it's hard for Iranians to lose. It's pretty tough. It's part of the heritage, and you know it's tough. I mean, it's the best of the world at the time, and I know wrestling is not super violent, but it's just combative sport, you know, and that's just. Anyways, anyways, we're gonna go to the last board. We've got one last board to do. Alrighty, Ernie. Here's our last board. Once again, chess. If get into the story, if seeing the African games and they put chess in, I'm like, I'm gonna start covering chess. But I just wanted to put chess, a women's European Championship. It's in Greece, and that one doesn't begin until March 31st. But the next one, sailing, the Sail GP. So that'll be Sail GP San Francisco. We were watching a bit of it. Ernie and I was watching a bit of it. It was fun to watch last night. We watched the tape delay. And yeah, I mean, man, it was great to watch this sailing, and I don't know, watching on the big TV, and yeah, it was, you know, it was just, yeah, I mean, I can't wait till the next. The next sailing GP series is going to be 38 days from now. It said, but it was next. It's going through Rio or Brazil or I think Rio de Janeiro, but it's either way. It's going to Brazil. It's going to be in Brazil the next. Yeah, I mean, Ernie, I never would have thought sailing would have been part of our repertoire on World Sports News 30. But you know what? We're keeping sailing, and you know what? If you have never seen sailing before, and most people think of back in the 80s watching this really slow race with the America's Cup. This is not your grandpa's sailing anymore. This is a totally different sailing. You just give it a chance. What I'm trying to say is you look up sailing, Sail GP, look up the series of San Francisco, see the highlights, and you'll be like, I didn't know. Hey, I didn't know this was happening. And in Canada, it's TSN is showing a lot of it, which is nice. And so we're able to watch it in Canada on TSN. And of course, in US of A, being that it was in San Francisco and before that Los Angeles. And next is coming up, it's going to go back to New York, I think, again. It's going back to New York again. I'm not sure, 100% sure. But either way, right now, they're like I said, they're going. Yeah, they're going from San Francisco. Now they're going to set up shop in Brazil, and that's the next races are going to be. Oh yeah, Spain won the race that we won. I didn't even have to look it up because I remember seeing Spain won. Ends up okay. What happens is that after all there was a bad crash too in Australia. We've seen that. We watched that. We've seen the bad crash Yeah, so Australia had a bad crash, and the boat, yeah, because of the way they're constructed with the carbon fibers, and even who knows if they even got more exotic, the graphite, more exotic than carbon fiber. And yeah, I mean, when they fall apart, they just crack at the weirdest spots. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, but the after all the racing, then there's only three teams that go to the final for that day, and they're the ones that comes in first, second, and third with that race, and that determines the first place finish. So there's a lot of preliminary races, and that determines there's point system based on what the results were of the race. And then the last race is the championship with only three top boats. The first place, second place, and third place rate of the preliminary races. They're the three boats, the three teams that race into the finals. And Spain won that, so Ernie, with all that, I feel good that we did pretty good on this one. I didn't even think we were going to do a show this Monday, but then again, there's no basketball tonight. We, but Ernie, well, there will be a move for 1 week, Ernie, when it'll be on a Wednesday, where World Sports News with Ernie will be on a Wednesday when we're doing basketball, Ernie. When we're doing the NCAA basketball, the World Sports News Ernie will move to a Wednesday night or whenever it's convenient, Tuesday night, whenever it's not, there's no basketball because it's coming up the Final Four, Ernie. Championships are coming up, and yeah, that would be the only change. That would be the change, and then it's just temporarily, and then it'll be back to Mondays after the basketball. This is all new. We just started coverage of the college big dance on World Sports News Review, and that was the college big dance show with Sylvester show. New show for us on World Sports. New show for us on the Sports News Review YouTube channel. And yeah, I mean, it really rekindled It rekindled my interest in watching college basketball again, and so it's temporarily. The tournament's going to be because they're one and done games, and as soon as it's the bracket, as they call it, and when the brackets gone to the final game, which is usually I know it's always on a Monday night. I've been watching that forever, Ernie. See, Ernie, it's been like before we met, as they say, before we are, like in life, I was watching NCAA, the basketball the college big dance, I call it, on the show forever, like for a long time since I can remember. So, I mean, it's been a long time because my age now, and even if you say like 19, throw a year for me out there, like, was I watching in 1982? Yes, I was watching in 1982. And that was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. 42 years ago. That's 42 years ago I was watching. So, it's, and then of course later on I had this hiking interest, and now my health is the crap, so that's all. Started with Sports News Review because my health wasn't the greatest, Ernie. And it's like, so something to talk sports with again, because I'm watching sports and I have no one to talk to. I watch a lot more sports than I have people to talk to, so that's how YouTube saves me from getting bored to death from watching sports. Okay, so Ernie, we're going to keep this under an hour for today's program, and well, as soon as we say our goodbyes and hit the stop recording, I'm not in that World Sports News with Ernie world anymore, and I have to go back to reality. But until it should be next Monday, if not Monday, next Wednesday, between now and next Monday or Wednesday, for all three of us, that's Ernie behind the desk, Felix sitting on top of the desk, and I. All three of us are saying the Sports News Review catchphrase of over and out.